What is good? I have a jacket on my fucking. How we doing? Hello, hello. Let's get Ghost. What's up, Nexus? How's the day going? Not bad. Just got back from the gym, ate lunch, and the plan for the day is to farm Warlock armor. Got my start DG. What's the date? Actually, let me get my phone. That's sick. 8th of September. What day is that? It's 9 days or so? 10 days from now? Monday the 8th. Not next week. Oh, so you have all next week basically to chill and then... Nice, dude. You're working from home, I'm assuming, right? Or are you working there? I forget how easy it is for you to, like, move around. What's up, Olsen? Anyway, we play together sometime. I used to do... What's it called? Community raids. I stopped doing them as much just because people would kind of join and troll a bit. I could try and bring it back. It's one of those things where, like, if it's a pain in the ass for me to do, I'm just gonna stop them again. But the annoying part was, like, we'd have like 90% of people who wanted to do it, but then, like, it's hard to filter out who's, like, there to troll if they make like a burner account or something, and then somebody would join and troll, and I just wouldn't want stuff to be like a pain in the ass for other people. Suck my nuts. I will, Ramirez. Okay. I have about 27 slots. I kind of want to get rid of some armor pieces. Is that a tier 4? Get rid of that. Yeah, what's up, Ice? Ice, how'd the thing go overall? I watched a bit of it. I don't know if they've, like, talked to you about shit. This can go... I just need to cut, like, a bunch of random armor pieces. I think I can delete these too, but... What is this? Oh, fuck me. I don't want to delete a bunch of armor pieces. Wait, what is this? I don't want to... Dude, I'm so afraid to delete armor pieces. Okay, let me just start deleting, like, exotics. Like, that can go... That can go... I have 2 Aeons. That's a new Aeon. I'll get rid of... I'll just keep the Aeons. Might as well. Fucking... Is this one good? Weapons super... Okay, that's actually really good for damage. I just need to clear spaces before I farm. It's not major. Did you not have bait and switch on your finalities auger? Confused if he's trialing or just friends. Nope. I kept watching and I was like, Ice, proc it. And then I was like, you know what? This motherfucker probably just doesn't have it on his thing. In which case I was like, okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. I was like, why is he not procking this shit? Does he just not know? That I think is a tier 4. Tier 4. What else do I just, like, not need here, bro? Like, so many of these are probably really bad. Like, briar binds. Need 2 references for them? Can I push you down? Yeah, for sure. They can message me. I'll say... They'll give me your legal name and I'll say, who the fuck is that? Crota armor. Crota chest piece. Some of these, like, contraband pieces of armor I don't want to get rid of. That's like all health. Wait, this one might. Wait, that's Phoenix. Sorry. This one might be good. Grenade super class. Not really. That's super weapons. Okay, let me get rid of this sanguine because I have that one. Cool. No, yeah, you're good. I figured that was like the case. I just watched it and I was like confused. I was like, why is this guy not proccing? Okay, what else can I delete? Swarmers, get that the fuck out of here. Secant filaments. Okay, yeah, whatever. It's David Smith. It's a complete lie. As I said, dude, David Smith is way too generic. I forgot if I saw an answer if you're in person or not. My bad, Ghost. We can get rid of that. Why do I have so many white? White class items. Okay. Hopefully that gives me enough. Let me go to here. World tier mythic. Nice. Okay. Dude, Deadlock is an intense learn. Let's get pen. Grind's not bad. We're about to start on Warlock. Hopefully it goes decent. It's actually probably gonna be pretty rough on my lock at first. Because I have like nothing. Actually, I'll probably build a bunch of light. Whatever. I need a way to get dark energy. Yeah, no, dude, Deadlock is pretty intense. I quit the game because I was playing the game and then all of a sudden came back to it after not playing for like a week or two, and just like the whole game was just different. Every build that I used to run on like all my mains was just nerfed, and just like it's just way too hard to keep up with. That game needs to be more like D2 in that like it gets a major sandbox tuning every like 3 months, and that's like it, and then the game just doesn't change. Otherwise, I think it's just too fucking hard to keep track of. All right, we're just gonna try this build. Huh? Oh. Oh, your friends never played anything like that? Yeah, I mean, they're really not that hard to understand. It's more so just like, it's the items. Like, you can't hop into a game like that and know what's going on. Probably want more of that. More of that. Probably want like a special finder. Whatever. Yeah, let's get Berg. Oh, okay, I'm just dead. Okay, never mind. Let's get Berg. I'm just starting the farms. Actually, have you played much Warlock? Curious what your take is going into like not swap and shit. Lock me in. Okay. Yeah. What do you? Well, I'm curious because like if I play Lock, it's only gonna be if Locks are like DPS meta. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'll only play Lock if they're like DPS meta with like Sanguine swaps or some shit. But maybe I just get an orb printer, or not orb printer, but where's the good area denial? I think I actually just do double area denials. I'm gonna VC if you want a Yap for 30. Okay, I might take you up on that. I don't know about right now, but just because I need to farm armor anyways. But I just want to know what I should build, like just to have it on lock in case I flex swap. If I ever flex swap, like I don't, you know, I'm not playing support. Obviously, we have like lock mains who are doing that shit. What a mountain. What a penny. Be honest, I think Sanguine's pointless. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how wrong you are on that. Like, I don't think that's a bad take. Like, our logic for Sanguine is chicken tech. That's it. If you know, like, chicken rotation and shit. And then after chicken... After chicken, I don't know if there's actually a point. Keep well. Okay. Assuming this is more of like a logic of like have an extra warlock for wyvern. Well, okay, yeah. The logic is this: like chicken is like OP. You just have like 5-6 locks for a boss. What should I be running in mid game is kind of the point that I'm making. Continue. Bro, what is that melee? Titan's broken right now. I mean, yeah, Titans. Okay, Titans are good, but actually, yeah. I mean, I don't know how much better chicken actually is on. Warlock versus Titan. That is, I guess, a good point. That is a good point too, yeah. Foods get fixed. Fair. Chicken only worth it on wyvern? I mean, dude, chicken team did chicken on every single boss. And it was like kind of just the best DPS rotation. I think it didn't utilize super spams as much, but like it was the best, most consistent damage method I think that any team had, other than the fact that it required so much fucking ammo. But the raids also piss easy, so getting that ammo I don't think is that hard. I don't know. We talking about a world where PKs are disabled? Oh, okay. The issue with PKs, though, is I don't think PKs are better than just running a Curious Titan with, like, Outbreak. Unless you're doing double PKs. In which case you're on double primary. Which, I mean, I don't know. I guess you could do. This is assuming not swapped, right? I think I'm correct in saying that. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not wrong. Which I guess you could do double primary. It's not like the craziest thing to do, but in this meta, but I don't know. Super buff timer on song. Yeah, I don't know. Pick the easier option. Yeah, that's fair. It just depends on how, like, if this comes out to be more of a race than a, more of a sprint than a marathon, you know? Try and have everything prepped. I'm getting, like, no... Do you not get armor that much in this farm? Okay, I feel like you do. I feel like I'm just getting unlucky. Dave would love it. I forgot about Dave, bro. Fucking Dave, man. If it ain't bricks, if it ain't broke, don't. Oh, I'm dead here. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Am I surrounded? I don't have a piece of tune just because I want like an even spread. Yeah, you might be okay. You might actually be onto something. Maybe I do want to just like focus. Also, why am I not getting? Oh, do I have to actually be infused to get tier 5s to drop? Surely I don't. Why the upgrade? Oh, am I trolling? Hold up. Oh, I might not have played on Warlock yet. You might be right. Hold up. Where do you buy it? Do I have to get this? Do I have to reach it on this character? Or actually, hold up. Let me see if it's account based. I don't think I've actually reached 450 yet. I have 450, but I think this build, I think I've never put on an infused weapon in this slot. What is 450? Is it just this? Let me see. It's gonna suck if I have to like go grind shit. Not account based. Why would they not make it account based, bro? This is the only class I need to like actually farm armor on, and it's my least farmed up. DeCaprix, thank you for the 12, bro. What's good? How we doing? You're the prime. Been in the new gear pits. Yeah, Baton's not bad. I'm mostly just doing it for farming energy, though. Either today, this weekend. Nice. Dude, I can't imagine Zemo's trialing with them, but I don't know. I have no idea what that team's up to. Oh, wait, you might be right. Hold up. I have barely played on Warlock, so I should have all armor. What? I'm trolling. Fuck. What is the extension? Do I have the extension? I do have the extension. Let's see if I can just pull 5 pieces real quick. That'll be huge. Warlock. And is there armor pieces? That is a thing. Okay. Wait, did it not update? Still my hunter? Or did it just show hunter armor first? It does. Okay, okay. Nice. All right, whoever recommended that, fucking thank you. Massive looks. Okay, we did a helmet, gloves, chest, boots, bond. Using like the shittiest armor. That's what it is. Okay. So that's good. We need my 450 weapons. Sweet. Oh yeah, thank you. Let me look in a sec. Cool, 450. I mean, dude, it's weird though, because like I don't think I'm gonna be making a speaker. So you 100 nade makes sense. 100 super weapons class. I'm surprised you're not a Helion enjoyer. Oh, you are. I'm surprised you don't have more class. Do you find that you don't need it? Melee makes sense. Health makes sense. What sort of paradox do you use? I don't have a good 1-2 punch one. I need to farm one, but I use a like a dual loader trench barrel roll. Singeing and Benev gives me it. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I just figured this would scale higher if you had. I mean, I guess you only need it every so often to proc Helion, so I guess it is nice to like save your life in certain situations, though. I don't know. You could probably make it high. Like if I did it, I'd probably try and make it higher, but I don't know if it'd be worth it. Okay. All right. We should be good now. Did I just unlock this thing? Yeah. Whatever. I'll send it over later. What should we think Helion's gonna do? Because I feel like the timer on well is more worth it. The timer on well. Like going for super versus extra class. What how does that work? Is it 100 to 200 gives you the extra timer? Bitches don't know what hit them in Destiny Rising PvP. Is that game actually fun? Okay, thank you. Yeah, just making sure. No, I definitely think that timer is worth it. But you can also change your stats. Your stats are pretty easy to change. Like that's how we have all of our not swap builds set up. At least I have it on Titan and Hunter, so that if and when I decide to like swap, I'm gonna change a bunch of my stat mods. So I go from like roaming at like 100 super to now dealing damage at like 150 plus the 50 fonts. So my super is maxed. And then I also have like a okay-ish amount of weapons. I think my Titan armor is actually better than my Hunter armor, which sucks, but point being, I think you can get away with low super and mid game pretty easily, and then just juice it. Yeah, that hurts. Die. Okay, cool. Dude, reload this fucking piece of shit weapon. Surrounded. Oh yeah, what are the artifact? Do we know the artifact mods we're getting too? That's actually a good point. Yeah, there we go. Now we get tier 5s. I don't know, maybe I should focus piece of armor. -30, -40. I think -30 is way too easy. I think it'll be -30, but I think it'll be like a scaled up -30. I don't think there's a world that we get 3 feet level difficulty, or sorry, 5 feet level difficulty. That shit's just way too Mickey. Like, they're not stupid. I think we just had like a freak occurrence where they didn't realize how high the raid was gonna get scaled up, but just, there's like no way we're getting like a piss easy raid. Okay. I don't know how that kills me, but whatever. They're not stupid, he says. Well, they're not, I don't know, man. I think they just made a not swap decision in the development cycle that was really early. Before they probably made a decision before Right of the Nine even came out to like try not swap in this raid for the epic version, and then there's just probably no turning back. And so then they found out like, oh, people hate not swap, but they were probably in a situation where they just like couldn't do anything about it, if I had to guess. If they ever do not swap again, then you can make the argument, I think, that they're stupid, but I think that's the situation we found ourselves in. Now, like, all things considered, they're dumb for even putting it in the raid in the first place and backing themselves into a corner. Like, that's just a crazy decision to make. But, you know. Slide, bitch. Dude, this is actually like so easy on Warlock. You don't have to like maintain stacks. You have like the best survivability. It's the most brain dead shit ever. Yeah, I think that's the situation we're in, bro. I was kind of like delusionally hopeful that they'd come out and be like, "Hey guys, we heard you. We turned it off," but thinking about it more like logically, I'm like, they'd probably just they probably want to turn it off, but they just can't, and they're just gonna like not. What they should do is tell us that they can't turn it off instead of not communicating at all. I think they're just not going to communicate at all. I'd respect them more for just being like, hey guys, we're stupid. We kind of just can't adjust this anymore. So NotSwap's just going to be in it. You're going to have to deal with it. We won't ever do it again type of thing, but I don't know if they'll do that. I don't think they'll come out and like explicitly say that. My vault is chopped. I need more vault space. I tweeted out today, I need more loadout slots too, dude. On all my classes now, every single like build that I have on like Hunter, it's just too much. I have a build which has like every priority of stats imaginable. I have one for like high melee, one for high grenade, one for high like super and melee, like just every single different like DPS rotation and build setup you can have, and trying to keep them all saved like sucks. And I know you can do it in dim, but like dim just doesn't fucking work in activities. So I just need like 12 more loadout spaces. Want to be able to save everything and quick apply it. I ran the whole campaign on Hunter for the loot cave. Just to use loot cave on Hunter. Gee, I'm horny. Yeah? Luna's idea in my head for Hob. Luna factions. We used Luna factions. That actually helped us clear the 5 feet when it was on its like difficult setting before they nerfed it. Luna's was like the key. We were using Outbreak and we just like couldn't get the last fraction of damage. And then I don't know who realized it, but we realized we were just like going from hitting like 90s or so on the Hob when he's down on the floor to hitting like 30s or something. And so we decided to throw on Lunas. And it makes a big difference. Like that whole section of damage, you get 3 times the damage basically, depending on where he is and where you are. Me too, G, suck me? Is that what you said? Me too, suck me, G? Yeah, man? Talk, I got a new car. And I went from like an 06 Jeep to a newer car. So I have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto in my car for the first time, which is like, I think a pretty normal thing for anyone who's had a car that's like 2015 or newer or whatever. And but my Discord messages start like popping up as I'm driving. So it'll just pop up and just be like Wordle in 3, like our team server or whatever. And I'm like, oh god, I need to turn this shit off. Oh, don't die, pussy. Nice. Turn it off. I can't have Discord comms coming through, bro. Somebody's gonna say some weird shit. I'm gonna hit play message with like people in my car and it'll be like, oh, dude, lick my balls or some shit like that. I'll be like, okay, I can't have that happen again. It'd be funny if Rising does things players wanted for years. They've already done that though, bro. Like, Rising's ahead on their decision making. Dude, NetEase is a very good company. Well, like, I actually don't know. I don't know if they've developed or published it, but I'm pretty sure they dev Marvel Rivals and this game. Like, dude, Rivals has just done shit that people in Overwatch have wanted for years. Like, dude, it's crazy because they're just a company that's successful because they hop into a genre and they just listen to what the player base of that genre wants. It's kind of crazy. And they're just successful because of it. It's kind of like if devs did that for years, they would have been way more successful with a lot of the games that they've let fail. You know, just food for thought. Listening to your consumers is like maybe important. I don't know. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Microtransactions are wild. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fair. I don't really have an issue with microtransactions though. Like, people complain. Okay, so like Marvel Rivals, the game is free. Like you just play the game for free. I don't know how the mobile games are. I'm sure they're probably a lot worse, but like Marvel, you play for free. You can put money in if you want skins. If you don't want skins, you don't need to buy skins. Like, I love that. They make Once Human too, and it's really bad. I actually played Once Human. I liked it. The game was a little undercooked, but I don't remember how bad the microtransactions were. I don't remember them being that bad. I liked it. I just got bored. Like that game at its core, like just was. I don't know. Take a dying game, add what its players are begging for, throw in a bazillion microtransactions, profit. Yeah, the only issue I have is like pay to win type transactions, which it feels like when people complain about microtransactions, they just complain about everything. But those are the only ones I think you have a valid argument to complain about. I don't care if I'm playing fucking Destiny 2 and they add a Fergie skin with a fat ass, dude. Like, that doesn't really bother me. I'm just not buying it. If that gets somebody else off and they want to spend their money on that, good for them. I don't know. Have you played Rising? Anyone in chat play it? That was a question more so for you, Berg. I don't know. You kind of mentioned it, so I was curious if you had played it. It looks like really good and really bad at the same time. Like it's like Destiny with a lot of really cool features, but then it's just a mobile game, so it plays like shit. Is the way it looks. And as far as mobile games go, it looks like it actually plays really well. It's still a mobile game. I played Rising, pretty nice. Played. You're playing it right now. Okay. It's kind of cool. Have you played Kree? Yeah. I mean, yeah. Okay. I share the same opinion as you, Berg, but honestly, people seem to like it. I don't know. Maybe I can't actually. To be fair, I can't really tell. Like some people seem to like it, but then other people I think who like stream D2 and make content on D2 are just playing it to play it because viewership type shit. But the raid race comes out a day early in Australia. Dude, I mean, yeah, I don't know if anyone's gonna ever care about like raid races in that area. That's funny though. Miss me with that shit. I'm not a big fan of racing and anything that I don't think takes like, I don't want to say it doesn't take skill, you know, but like there's not really a skill ceiling to stuff. It just doesn't entice me as much. Or at least if there's like a game where like you want to play it at a high level, but like you just can't because I don't know, like the game is just like sluggish, or the input system that you're limited to, as in playing like on mobile or emulating mobile. Oh, please. All right, cool. You know, if you just can't like control your character very well, it takes me out of the element for that game. There's a lot of time gating. Is that true? Also, I don't know what the engram system is that I've seen people like opening, but I don't understand it whatsoever. Is there something you can like gamble on? Why do you get so many scouts? I don't have scouts focused. I'm getting used crazy. Is it? What are they time gating? Or is it like Clash where you have to wait like a day for your town hall to level up type shit? Max level once each day. Oh. Oops. What did I just get caught on? What was I gonna say? Find things in game and blame Bungie for it because they're stupid. Nah, the cool part that I just remembered, they have like, I don't know if they have clans in that game, but they have something adjacent. I forget what they're called. And you can have like a clan hideout or whatever. I think that's pretty sick. Having a clan hideout and being able to get like extra like goodies in your hideout and benefits because like your clan is better than others would be so cool, I think. I don't know how you do it. Some people would probably think it's cringe, but just like, I don't know, having like extra little tiny benefits or like cool little cosmetics and or being able to trick out like your hideout or whatever. You just add to a niche factor of the game. I don't know, maybe be out of scope, but holy match game. Yeah. See, like that. Yeah, world's first belt and shit. Any active clan that somebody was in when they got world's first, like when that completion happened or something. I don't know how you accurately do it. It seems like Bungie kind of has like half in-game systems to recognize stuff, and then half is manual when they like identify who gets a world's first or whatever. I guess maybe the only manual part about it is having to like scrub PTCRs off of a leaderboard if somebody cheated, but nah, it'd be pretty sick. I agree. Whoever is in like a team of 6, whatever clans you're in, that clan just has like a world's first banner for that raid. Oh shit. Oh, I'm actually getting cooked. Gee, how do I get? How do I get what? Boundless social space in D2 got me hard. Dude, that would be so much better. Okay, that would be actually so much better in this game too. And then you could like set mutual clans or whatever, right? And then those are the people you could like run into in the tower type of thing. Be so much cooler, like constantly running into people you know in towers and then just not having console lobbies. Be pretty sick. Guns of the wall too, yeah. If they could put out shit like that, and obviously more, I'd pay for a sub, like a subscription service. I don't think Destiny would be bad to have a subscription service at all. I mean, you see something like WoW have it. The only downside is it just like deters new players from playing the game and trying the game. Because you just think that, you think of it when you're starting up a game as like, oh, I have to play, or I have to pay consistently just to play this game. What if I don't even like it? If they just did like a 3-month free trial, or a 2-month or whatever would be like financially doable, maybe even just 1 month, I feel like 1 month just seems so short to some people if they're only playing like on weekends or something. I think it'd get more like I think that gets more people into the game. I don't know. I think a subscription would be better. Pay more for more content. I think a lot of the hardcore players would be down to do that. Maybe I'm wrong though. Tanner, thank you for the 32. I love you too. You should get that escape will make me god tattoo, bro. I saw your tweet. Who cares if the game flops? Honestly, if the game does flop, then after like 5-10 years, like everyone will forget about it. If you pay $100, well, that's what I'm saying. Like basically, it is a subscription service. That's why I'm kind of saying, like, if you just swapped it to 10 or 15 a month, they'd get a lot more money if that resulted in them putting out more content, obviously. I don't know if it would, but... Oh shit, he got nuked. What up, Grubby? Where's missing all the shots? Dude, Amplified, if you haven't seen it, like, if you're not Amplified in the Hobgoblin encounter, he'll just snipe you. But then if you're Amplified and you, like, stand still, he shoots his shot from, like, the top down to your right. It's actually the most broken thing ever. In that encounter, if you don't have Amplified, you're just constantly dead. And if you have Amplified, you just, like, can't die. It's actually the most broken thing in the entire game. For certain encounters. Turning an entire boss into just a non-element is kind of crazy. Yeah, no, I agree. That's why I was asking. I'm trying to I'm asking our locks on our team too. I don't think there's a world where I will play lock. I just know that lock is like kind of superior if you're doing chicken tech, because you can double up on your surges and you get a 10% and most of your damage is coming from weapons, not as much from supers, because you're not like it's not a super building centric damage option. It's more just raw weapon damage and shit. So just trying to get a gauge for what I should build, because I am only gonna be on lock if we decide it's needed for damage. So there's no world where I'm playing solar lock, I don't think, at all. Even if we need like three solar locks, I think I'm probably not the next person who's defaulting to that. Get worlds first, 2 word in public. Get it in Latin or something. True. You're not, you're on mechs. Well, okay, but who else would go to solar on our team? Because like usually me and Silence are on mechs. So like if Silence is on mechs, or well, I guess it depends. Okay, to be fair, the only mech that I will likely be doing that will require me to not ever be on lock is like Iatros jump. Like that shit is just hunter build. Oh yeah, Ty can do mechs for us. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good point. I feel like there's definitely worlds though where like 3 solar locks could be good. Like if you do like a well and then your well's coming back, but then you need your like 2 songs or something. I don't know if we've ever had a situation like that in like a practice or not, but I feel like it's a realistic situation though. Okay. By mechs, they mean mech in your... Yeah. Mechs is trick. It's slang for mech in your trick sleeve. Choosing slang. If we need 2 wells and a song, the songs just play Priz. Oh yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, duh. I mean, yeah, I feel like that's like 90% true. I feel like there's definitely worlds where you might need like the extra stun from solar, but you're probably not wrong. I mean, in this raid, there's like little to no chance. You don't really need to stun any of the bosses. Maybe Wyvern, but even then, like, I don't even know how effective the stun is. $300 for next race? What's your logic for that? I think realistically, the simplest and best thing to do is just gonna be to run a bunch of fucking Titans, dude. Like, if the raid were to come out in 10 minutes and I were to lock in for it, I'd probably just boot up. If we knew the order we were doing, it'd probably just be 4 Titans, 2 Warlocks, and then I'd probably switch to Hunter for Iatros. Silk Strike. Yeah, I mean, dude, the issue with Silk Strike is, like, you have to play Star Eaters on not swap. You could play Star Eater, you could play class item and swap, which I think is good, but then you'll just need a renewal build. So somebody will have to be on, like, renewals to give you DR. I think is probably just the most logical way to get it. And then they'll just either need to be on renewal grenade or have a song active during damage. So if you don't have a song, then you have to run renewal in mid game, which isn't the biggest deal in the world. But then you just need to make sure you're getting grenade back during damage so that you can re-proc for the overshield, I think. And then end of the day, I don't actually know if the DPS is that much better than just crashing. I don't know, maybe it is. Silk Strike LOL. No, Silk Strike's good. Silk Strike's actually very good for damage. Aids on not swap 100%. Yeah. That's kind of my logic. Dude, just fucking Curus mid-game with Conk is the most brain-dead, broken shit ever. It's so easy to use. It's still known to be, like, one of the best supers. I don't know. If it gets nerfed, though, that'll definitely be pretty good. Gauntlets and helmets. Curus gets nerfed or Crash gets nerfed in general, I think the meta will definitely be shaken up. I don't even know if you'd want to play Titan at that point, depending on the nerf. Hunters depending on class items being swapped. Yeah. I think it does definitely, like, not swap definitely puts things into perspective though, with like how dependent certain classes are to being able to swap. Like Titan, dude, Curus mid game just being as good as it is and still being able to use Conk now. Obviously this is with Conk being nerfed and it not being great with like Synthos anymore, but it's just like so easy to use. And then on a Hunter, like, you need to be doing hella swaps to be able to get the same like potency, the same like you need inmost cert for the same like it's not even like comparable potency in terms of like your ad clear. I mean, it kind of is. Like Ascension spam with like Spike and Gunpowder Gamble is pretty good, but you're only competing in terms of like DR, I feel like, with the class item. And Titans still have pretty decent DR as well. I don't know. There's a lot of factors, but like if you had to run around on like a Celestial Nighthawk Hunter for an entire day one, it would feel way worse than just running around on Curious. It's not even close. T-Lord and Lord of Orbs, dude, to save. Yeah, that's another. I mean, dude, like, I really wish they would announce nerfs or they definitely know that certain things are just gonna be disabled in the raid race, and they haven't announced them yet. And I just wish they would, because I think Temporal is definitely either getting a nerf or disabled, and if that's the case, a lot of the meta gets drastically changed. Do I want? I feel like this is actually a pretty decent roll. I'll save it. I just want to be able to test and know. If Crash dies, it's Warlock time. Is Warlock the next second best option, you think? Oh, well, okay. Actually, probably Celestial is the next best option. But that doesn't matter. I have 27 weapons. I'm getting ammo like nuts. Actually, these are really good ammo gen weapons, to be fair. Talk biotics. What's the logic? Please die, thank you. What's the logic there, Bird? Just to run Synthos for extra melee damage, and then if you get surrounded when you like crash, you get the like 50% increased super. Cristiano Sui. What's good? Oops. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't know, maybe, dude, maybe the mid game would be fine on Celestial. I'm not really sure. I just feel like no DR would... It would definitely complicate things. Also, no inmost makes your regen, like, instead of being, like, infinitely spammy, just way worse. If Curious actually, or not Curious, I mean, depending on T-Crash getting nerfed, if that does happen. Oh my god, cool, dude. I don't even know what you do. Like, if Curious gets nerfed, I think it's fine, because you could still run PKs pretty successfully. If Crash as a whole gets nerfed, I guess you're probably just right. You just run, like, Warlock. Please die. Let's get Lou. Whoa, please, game. Yeah, what's good, Ginger? Happy Friday. No, yeah, I don't know. It's not a bad take, Berg. I just think it's like super. You're just relying on ads, bro. I don't think it's bad. It's just like it depends on how much your team wants to optimize. I think this raid will likely be very similar to the other one, no matter what the mechanical changes are. I think it'll play like 90% the same. So I think if your team can practice and find strats that just really work well for them, then that's all that really matters. Whichever team ends up probably finding the most optimal strats, unless the final encounter they add is really hard, probably end up just getting like first place. I think it'll be a lot like the Right of the Nine dungeons. I could be wrong, but it'd be like Right of the Nine dungeons if like every team cared to try and practice for that. Or I'm way off. I'm not sure. Run the loot cave at 400. I ran the loot cave at 400 when I needed to farm Kepler stuff. I mean, I still got tier 4s and it was fine. 450 is obviously better because you get tier 5s. If you're going for tier 5 armor, then you need to be 450, but I've run this going for Agape, the hand cannon, the 2-shot, when I wanted to roll, and like tier 4s were fine. I didn't like, fuck me. I didn't need to be, you know. Oh, dude, slide, bitch! Ugh, this game, man, feels so clunky. Actually, the best part of like playing Hunter the most now, not having some fuck-ass slide build as like the meta, is so amazing. In a meta where like you just can't fucking slide 50% of the time. Am I allowed to tap in? Tap in. Oh, wait. I guess you can farm with other people, can't you? Well, if you kill stuff, will I get rewards? Like, if you kill something, does it have a chance to drop mean engram too? Or do I need to, like, assist? Okay, yeah, you can tap in. I forgot this thing. Does it scale my world difficulty? No. Oh, also, if you still need help setting up your mixer or whatever, let me know. I think probably, like, 4 p.m. today, like in like 2 hours or so, I'll have like a break and probably help you set it up. Better do it, people. Yeah, you can join up. I think I'm one open. Autonomicism. Oh, dude, I read your name as autism. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's like 50-50 if the actual proc slide for Conquer is slide. It's just like sometimes you just like you sprint and then like you just like crouch. I don't know, it's weird. It's probably my own fault. Maybe they changed something and just didn't like mention it where you need to like be sprinting for like a millisecond longer, but farm this at 350s for tier 4. I mean, yeah, if you're getting consistent tier 4s and that's all you care for, go for it. I think it's better to farm tier 4s if you're going for weapons. Like, and what I mean by better is it's obviously worse than going for tier 5s, but like, you probably don't want to be farming tier 4 armor. Just kind of troll. I guess, unless you're in a weird situation where you didn't farm during Solstice and you need to gear up for the epic raid, then you're just kind of in like a really shitty spot, especially if you're not like 450. But Destiny Rising might be better than D2. I don't think the game is like better overall, like holistically, because it's a mobile, but a lot of the features in it seem pretty cool. I've heard good things. Hate going for a slide and I throw my needle. Oh yeah, dude. You just look like a fucking idiot. I swear I'm not crazy that it like used to not be a thing when Prismatic first came out. Like slide was just more consistent feeling. Saw Helion being good now. In what sense? Because I feel like Helion's always been good. Did they announce a buff for it? I have not been paying attention. I didn't read the TWAB this week. Oh my god. Wait, it's also getting buffed by nade stat? Interesting. I didn't know that. Okay. All Warlock turrets. What about Briar Vines? Not that I would even care. Like that's if Briarbine's got a 4,000% damage increase, I think it's still probably a non-option, but I'm just curious. Dude, I just deleted my pair today. I was like, why the fuck do I have this? No, I was gonna say. Okay, I didn't know Helion was getting buffed. I don't know if the damage will actually like help Helion that much. Will it make it worth running 200 grenade on solar? Maybe. Because you're already gonna be at like 100, so you might as well maybe run like 150, I guess. I don't really know. And then get another 50 via fonts. Imagine Verity Helion. Oh, dude, that's a good fucking point. Verity Helion. Well, I mean, you'd have to do like Verity Helion with like. Oh wait, actually, I guess you just like if you just ran true solar with Verity Helion, it'd probably be insane. I thought you're counting as grenades. Oh yeah, true. You know, you're right. I mean, it'd still be pretty insane though. Like it'd give you double purpose to run like high nade, run like fusions, and then so the nade's like also just giving you extra Helion damage on top of like Verity being insane. It'd probably be good for Rock Kill and Atheon. Where are my ads? Why are they not spawning? Do I have to go in this corner? What the fuck? Is that a thing? Please don't say raw in my presence. Did I say raw? I don't recall. What's that gun? What are you using, by the way? It's the new raid SMG? Oh, it's a Risk Runner. Yay. Why does this happen? Does this happen with two people now? What, dude, that's like kiss all darkness energy. Robbery. I'm curious if that'll make the new Helion exotic good. I know some people are like really big fans of it. I haven't really seen it do anything crazy. I also know Bog just posted something about like Helion stunning shit, but I feel like the stuns aren't gonna. I feel like it either stuns a boss permanently or it doesn't. Like some bosses just stun constantly via ignitions and then other ones don't. Just depends on the boss type. And I feel like the damage buff isn't gonna really affect that. Could be wrong, but. Blast distributor? What is that? Why is this a thing? Yeah, but like, what is that? Is that a perk? Do I need to do a retrial to get red borders to drop? What is a retrial? That was a really laggy slide. It is a perk? Okay. Or a weapon perk. What is a ritual, though? I don't understand the context of it. A ritual? Is that the thing that you get from Hawthorne or something? Two fragments from the solar. Every shot causes an ignition. Yeah, but like I said, it just depends if that stuns certain bosses. Like, Helion is not a... The ignition is fine, and I guess it gives it increased damage, but it, like... The ignition is not a guaranteed. Oh, hey, you ignited this boss. It is stunned. You're perma igniting it. It's perma stunned. Like it's not like 1-to-1. Is my point. Didn't say turrets count as grenades. Well, that was probably talk if you're talking about like in chat. But I don't know if that's true or not. Like, yeah, like will Verity buff them? That's the question. Like, will other grenade scalar things buff the turrets? Oh, yeah. I mean, that's fair. That's valid. I'm not saying Bog's wrong. I didn't know if that was the point of his video or if other people, like, took that point away. It'd be nice if, like, Helion could just, like, perma-stun shit, but then, I mean, just if that were the case, everybody would know about it, man. They did, in fact, say they count for perks. Didn't see that. Okay. Okay, so then Verity would be kind of insane with it. No? Oops, I don't have any melee. Sweet. Thank you for 36. Let's go, bro. What are you doing? What are you up to today? Work from home? Massive. You like working from home or you like office more? I feel like 99% of people just like working from home better, but I have friends who are also like super social. It depends on what career you're in. I have one buddy who's like super social, and I feel like he likes being in his office. Get more done in the office. Interesting. Grenade, Oinoya or whatever. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, the Helion exotic. Could be good, bro. I don't know. Oh, I die here? Just kidding. Not bad. I got you. Nah, I feel like every time I've worked in the office, it just feels so much less productive than working on my own computer. Because like just having like a keyboard and mouse that you're used to using, more space on the setup, like everything set up and tailored like your way. Just is like so much more efficient. 2 monitors makes a huge difference too. Also being on a quick computer. You can bring your own stuff in. Fair enough. $450 farm tier 5 here, right? Yes, yes, sorry. My bad. Just saw that. Yo, what's good, Wadey? Last day before a week off. Playing some D2 and guitar. I'm the least musically inclined person ever. Before 1, all I get is dupes. I was lucky enough to like get most of my things once I got to 447 to have like a couple of extra things that I could pull, and then I only needed like 2 pieces, and so I just waited till the next Tuesday. Like if you're stuck there, like if you can get to 447, I just like save all your pieces. It's like hype, because then each week you get 2, maybe 3 potential pieces that you can pull. And it gets you to 450 like really quick. But if you're stuck at 441, then like just unlucky. Or 421. How long do we have until next season? I mean, not that next season or whatever matters that much. Not like you need to be there before, but we have 10 days. You can make it happen. Oh, they're selling the cat mask? Wait, I need this. Hell yeah. Oh wait, never mind. Oh. Give me some fucking dark. Yeah, talk to is my job. No, I'm full-time with content right now. I don't know, it might change in the future. I like content, but at the same time, it's like there's ups and downs to everything. Like this type of job, unless you're making like, you know, buku money, like sometimes it can just be just more annoying, I guess. Not more annoying, but like I don't know how to explain it. Like if you call a job like this stressful, it can come off as cringe, but I guess it's more of like, it's more of a job where you like, you don't really clock out, you know what I mean? You're just always thinking about it and shit. Every dollar that you make, you have to like actually earn. You don't have a guaranteed income like you do from working with a company or something like that. And then like in points in time where D2 is just like super fucking boring, like your job just sucks. Makes sense? If this game was all raid races, bro, my life would be peak. If I could have a raid race like a month or something like that, it'd be so awesome. Or maybe they just, dude, maybe they go the WoW route, and they just make the raid races like actually insane, so that like you don't want to have them in, except for like once every 6 months. You know what I mean? Like you need a fucking mental break. You know what I mean? You need to clock out. Whoa, 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 Buster. 301 with one character. There's going to be a catch-up armor set, right? So I can farm for a week and then get squished back to 200. A catch-up armor set? I don't know about all that. Okay. I don't know how that melee killed anything, but whatever. I don't know. Hopefully they have an event that gives like more tier 5s next season at the start, but I feel like they won't. Does he have something there? WoW races are like a week long or some shit. I don't really know how they work entirely, but I think it's like 20 people or something like that. It's like 20 people, and then you do the raid on like lower tier difficulties first. Think of it like Destiny raids, but like you have like a base raid and then a mat. Like think of it like learning, I think, a base raid on non-contest difficulty, and then you go and you do the raid on like master, and then like I think that the final tier is like mythic or some shit, and so that's what they compete to be the world's first team to beat it on like the hardest difficulty or whatever. So it has like the most mechanics and the most stuff going on. I don't know exactly how it works, but I believe it's something similar to that, and it just like takes forever. Takes forever. Been busy with college. Oh yeah, true. People's college is starting up as well. This will be interesting, having a race right at the start of like a semester. Epic's gonna be like that? Nah. Epic's gonna be way easier than I think the normal raid. I could be wrong. I don't think there's a world that they can really make it that much harder without making it like artificially difficult, which is just like, you know, crank everything up to max. Every boss can one-shot you. Every, you know, enemy is super tanky, that type of shit. Alright, sick melee. 40-person teams. There's first string players farm the raid at lower tiers to gear up, while second and third players start from mythic. Oh, thank you, thank you. Okay. Maybe that's how it works. It's interesting for sure. Although the format is definitely weird because, like, I don't know. Yeah. It seems like it's more about leveling than just like actually going in and being the first team to learn shit. But that's the culture there. Guess it makes sense. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, like, even if you had exams and shit, I don't think it'd be that big of a deal. Like, the rest of us just test shit and we let you know what's good and what to run, and you just trust us. You know what I mean? And then, I don't know, hopefully everything works itself out. I think this raid will probably have a higher likeliness to come down to, like, teams that have developed strats and practice them end up doing better compared to, like, you know, DP, where just, I think, teams that played the best did the best, you know? See, I think in general, like most raid races, you'd be fine even if you're like super busy the main week up to the race. No, you can't have my job. Okay, to be fair, I don't want your job. I fucking hate testing. When I used to make build videos, like I would have a lot of that shit like memorized, and I just hated it. Just all went out of my brain. Now I know like nothing, bro. Somebody told me to like run a sword, and I don't even know what swords are the best. Sinacia, don't even know what the fuck that means. The new sword? Okay. Luca, don't worry, I'll take it from here. Luca, your tweets on my timeline like actually just make my day. It's always just some random Joe that you, I think, pick to just like call a fucking idiot. Like, it's just some random dude's take who has like no idea what he's talking about, and you're just like, this guy's fucking stupid. I love Twitter. Alright, bro. On 410, is there any other good way besides the mines to level up at the moment? Haven't played since the event ended. Nah, like mines is in solo ops? No, I don't think so. I mean, you can wait to get like 2 pieces every week, but you know, where you're at, there's not really enough time for you to get everything that you need to get to 450 by the time Epic Race comes out, so. Trials is OP. Is Trials actually good for leveling? I think I messed with it. I didn't think it was good. But maybe I was like there for getting tier 5s. I'm not really sure. I know, I got a hunch. What the fuck am I stuck in? Okay, what the fuck? Dude, okay. Dude, I'm getting ran down by this guy. He's beating the shit out of me. Is there ads up here? Why your server is so fucking tanky? For sure, man. $440 to $457 in some hours. Yeah, it's just luck. I mean, you could easily probably do that in like 7 to 10 hours, but if you get unlucky, then you're fucked. If you get lucky, then, you know, it goes way quicker. You rapid slug with choke clip. Rapid slug is new, right? Like that's a brand new frame. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay. Pretty hot. It's all stuffed up. He die? No, he didn't. Geez, this game worse off after the update. What update? Edge of Fade? Or like recent updates? Edge of Fate? It depends who you ask, man. Like, I don't think it's significantly better, which I think is indicative of it maybe being like slightly worse considering how many changes they made. Like, they made a bunch of changes to not really make the game that much better, is my take. And what I mean by the game's like not that much better is like the armor system and the tier system for weapons. I just like what does it really do? End of the day, fucking nothing. Except for make you have to grind more and get more loadouts and builds that are, you know, like it forces the meta a little bit harder because now you need like high weapons, high super in order to deal good damage against the boss. I guess it's not like the end of the world. It's good for build crafting overall because there's more to do, but I just think it makes things a little bit more complex. It also like just hard shifted the meta to be a super gen meta which like anyone who's not like neurodivergent could have told you was gonna happen when you're buffing stats to give you, you know, 50% extra super damage and 15 or 10% extra weapon damage. Like, you know, it's gonna be a super farming meta. But now it seems like they're gonna try and like work away from that. So I don't know how that's gonna play with the stat rework. I don't know, man. It's just Destiny's Destiny. End of the day. Don't want to grind power. Yeah, the power grind is not good. It's the most grindy it's ever been, which at least gets you to play more if you actually want to do the grind. Like, this is the most I've ever played, but it doesn't mean it's like the most enjoyment I've ever gotten out of a season. So I think they need to make those two things correlate. Instead of playing because I feel like I have to, they need to make me play because I really want to. Some of it can be because I feel like I have to. Like, I'm not saying that you can't make people feel like they need to grind, but, you know, it needs to be a little bit more balanced in my opinion. My big issue with stats is just it feels like you need to like grind a new armor set for every single build that you want to make, and then you have to do that on all classes, and there's just not enough vault space to store all the armor that you want. It's hard to keep track of your armor now compared to just having like 1 or 2 builds back in the day. Maybe I'm lazy. Actually, there's no maybe about it. I'm definitely lazy. I like doing like the least amount of effort that I can to like get certain results, but I don't know. I think it's fine for like a video game. Like, I don't want to have to unnecessarily grind shit. I think the ammo situation is a little worse for wear too. I think double special was a little OP, but now you really have to be like spec'd out to be able to make double special work. And it feels like it's a lot more about making sure an encounter has the right amount of adds and right setup for you to be able to gen ammo, rather than your build has the right setup to gen ammo, if that makes sense. Like, every way to gen ammo now is based around killing a high volume of adds. You can lower the amount of adds that you need by putting on like better mods and things and having better ammo gen stat, but then that can force your, it forces which weapons you're running, it forces your mods a little bit, it forces your stats a lot. And then if there's still not like enough ads for you to kill, or you're in a role where you can't kill enough ads, you just get like no ammo. Like, overall, I think like the ammo gen changes are some of the worst they've ever made. Some people agree, some people disagree. I don't know. Everything just feels kind of half-baked, is my TLDR. I think it has potential to like improve for sure, but it seems like a lot of like non-Destiny players made these changes. Lazy or appreciate efficiency? I mean, yeah, it's more of that, but like, you know, I genuinely don't like grinding in video games, bro. Like, my ideal Destiny would be like a very minimalistic level of grinding, and then the rest is just like practicing and learning the meta and understanding sandbox changes. And I'm fine with the sandbox changing and shit, but just give me a day one, you know, give me a raid, see how I perform, you know. Obviously I want to play the game in the downtime and in the interim so that I learn the sandbox and I can have like sandbox knowledge, but that's about it. Every other like amount of grind to me is just kind of like a waste of time. RP underlights, true. Some people are the opposite though. Like, it's an important thing to note. Like, some people like just love grinding. Some people love the fact they just have to sit somewhere for hours to get their roll. Just comes out of preference. The Big B didn't even know they were getting removed. Fucking Dado. Wait, what do you mean fucking Dado? Dude, I haven't gotten any gloves. Actually, not that bad if I'm making a getaway artist build, but like the grind. Is Dado somebody who likes the grind? Maybe he is. I don't know. I'm playing Destiny Rising. Is it free? Oh, I didn't know it was free. I mean, fuck. I mean, I could try it out. I just don't really have a huge preference to, bro. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, it's a mobile game. Oh. I don't think Dada wanted this, though, man, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, there's levels, I think, to everything. I feel like he's a very logical person. I feel like he's the most logical, level-headed person in the D2 community. Just my take. I could be wrong, but like, I think he just thought the pendulum was, you know, shifted too far left, and now it's like too far right. You know, it's just about balance. Which, to be fair, I understand. Wow, I understand crafting ruining some aspects of the grind for the game, and that being bad for like player time and retention and shit like that. I never really cared about that because, like, one, grinding god rolls always sucks in this game. It just always does. There's no good way to grind. There's not ever usually anything as simple as this, where you're just running around killing ads and you get drops. It's almost always like, go farm this boss, kill it, reload the checkpoint, swap to your other character, join your new teammate. It's just like, it's so fucking tedious, man. And then it's like, oh, I'm solo today, none of my friends are on, they're all busy. Okay, well, you can LFG and have, like, you know, a farm rate that is 30% as efficient as when you play with, like, people who just have brain cells, or you can just go farm solo, which is also equally as inefficient. Like, anyway, TLDR, I'm yapping. The grind and for any god roll in this game has always sucked fat cock. Because it's just not like a Borderlands game where you can go play solo with a nuke build and, you know, go one-shot shit and then recycle the game to farm. Hey, Cereal, forgot about it. Now it's soggy. Bro. I haven't had cereal in so long. I might hop back onto like a Fruity Pebbles kick, dude. I had some soft serve ice cream with Fruity Pebbles on it the other day. Dude, like, cereal is generally pretty fucking bad for you because I think it's just all sugar, but it's so good. Unless like Wheaties, bro. I could fuck up some Wheaties. Blueberry Wheaties. Oh. Should never be Borderlands, to be honest. Nah, I don't disagree. Well, I mean, it depends. Like, Borderlands is so different of a game, so it's like hard to compare. What I will say is, like, if I'm farming a weapon or a god roll, I will never like have an issue if a game wants to just give me a dedicated boss that's like around in an open world environment that I can like load up, get like a checkpoint at, and then just go and farm and kill it. I can kill the boss in like 10-30 seconds, reload the game, and go kill again. That is like the most brain-numbing farm ever, and I love it. Like, I don't think that farm can ever be beat in any video game. Obviously, I think there's certain things that should be harder to farm, but depending on how hard it is to farm that thing, it should like be higher tier loot, if that makes sense, you know. AE, instead of farming like a world drop boss for his like legendary in Borderlands, I have to go farm like an actual raid boss or something. I don't know. That's my take. I don't disagree. The game's not Borderlands, but farming like dungeon encounters or raid encounters just doesn't always feel like the most fun. Nor farming like a strike playlist. That just feels ass. Doing an entire activity, I think, is the worst part. Having to do an entire activity just to get your drop, never fun. Magic Spoon? Yeah, they have like protein cereal. Dude, their cereal's like $10 a box or some bullshit. It's not really that expensive, but like, it's way more expensive than cereal should be. Dado doesn't like the grind one bit. He just doesn't do it because he doesn't care. Doesn't do it because he doesn't care. I don't understand that logic. Oh, you mean? Oh, you're saying he just doesn't like it and he doesn't do it. I mean, maybe, but like, his complaints I think were valid for not having anything to farm back when he made those videos. But I think people complain too much about crafting. Not crafting, crafting. Jesus Christ. Oh, Supreme. You 450? I am 450, yeah. As long as the farm is fun, menagerie. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I'm just a fan of brainless farms. I can load up, talk to my friends. I like, honest to God, like solo ops, I'm not that against. The bigger issue is you just like can't get good loot in solo ops. It's just, you're more so just doing that to power level. And it's too much. Like, you know, 1,000 solo ops to get to 450 or however many it takes. For the average person, it's just way too many. I'm down to, like, you know, farm an activity maybe like 50 to 100 times for good drop or something like that, but it has to make sense. Where do these lower ads like don't spawn? Who are you playing for Borderlands 4? I'm doing a playthrough with some friends, and I don't know who I got defaulted to. I think I'm playing Vex. I was gonna play Amon, I think, but now I'm playing like Vex or some shit. I've heard they all look really cool though. Rah. Harlow or Rafa? Which one do you think looks the most like OP? Okay, just got bitched. I'm curious if me playing Vex means I get like the shitty. But she's also the Siren. I don't think I've actually ever played as a Siren before. I never played Maya. I never played. Fuck. What is the other Siren's name? Siren's always a safe pick. Yeah. Amara. Okay, got you. Miss Maya. Same, dude. Never played her, but she was sick looking. Like a Maya Sandhawk build or whatever. Just like phase lock something. Nuke it, phase lock it, nuke it. So cool. Damage anything? Oh, fuck. I played as Moze the most in Borderlands 3. I like her though. She was chill. Ooh, let's fucking go. That actually might be my first pair of robes. Actually, no, I don't think it is. Flat crit build is so OP. Yeah, dude, that's the hard part. I feel like, well, I guess it just is what it is when, like, characters are coming out and you get more and more skill points over time. But, like, Flak was, like, super OP. And then I feel like Moze was really OP. And then, like, I want to say, like, where the game ended, the, like, one Zane build where you just, like, run around nuking shit is just insane. You, like, speedrun the whole game while one-shotting, like, everything. That was my shit. Ooh, Flyleaf! Oh, he's fucking touching me in the corner. I never played Flak. I do... Dude. I do fucking love, like, Necromancer, like, Beastmaster things in video games, but I feel like you just have to be able to, like, summon a bunch of things at once. When you have to, like, pick one pet, I don't like it as much always. Just like just having like an army. Just an army is just so funny. Why do like no ads spawn? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like games are like super afraid to make minions OP nowadays. Just like they just always felt like the best fucking parts. Oh, you know what? Actually, I have gotten a lot of Warlock gauntlets. I'm stupid. I guess I've gotten a decent split of everything. I'm hoping I have... I have like 30 slots that I'm building with Warlock armor, so I'm hoping right now I can get some decent shit set up, but having less than like 100 slots, I think is going to make it rough. Bro, I'm getting so many weapons. Mine's not treating me well today. Mine are like okay. I mean, actually, I don't even know. I need to see what these armor drops I'm getting are. Super melee health. Like, I don't think I need health on Warlock that much. I want some health, but like, not that much. Oops. 40 minute, or sorry, 40 runs, 1 prime. How much time is that? 40 minutes. It's probably like 10. For like 3 minutes a run. 120 minutes. 2 hours. I mean, it's not horrible. It's not good though. If you get like 1 now, or in the next like 10-15 minutes, then it'll probably be pretty good. Good looks for Mental G, thanks. I mean, dude, it's true. Like, if you get one soon, then you're on pace for like 1 an hour. I feel like 1 an hour is good, but if you get to like 3 hours, then you're getting fucked. I'm not looking forward to getting, like, going back and doing the whole, like, 400 to 450 grind again. I'm so shocked they're making us do this twice. I'm actually getting a fuckload of gauntlets. This might be Lily. Wait, what am I actually up to? Let me see. Dim update 84. Okay, we 16 slots. That's not that bad. Like halfway. Maybe a bit more than halfway, actually. Bro. Ooh, where's my cube? Yep. Yeah, I was good, Shiv. Let's get peek. What did I just get? Helmet. Luke Cave grind only once you finish the Mythic campaign. I never did the Mythic campaign. I did the Legend campaign. I don't know if there is Mythic campaign. But you want to be 450 for tier 5s, yeah. I mean, you could be doing this, but I think you're only going to be getting, like, tier 4s and shit. So if you want armor pieces, which is what I'm doing right now, it's just not worth it for you. Because you're going to just, like, you know, struggle to get the armor drops that you need, let alone to get them at, like, high, you know, perfect 75 stats as well. You might as well do the grind first, so you save your time later. Yeah, I get it, bro. I think they'll eventually tune shit down. I don't know what they could do. I don't know. I think this game's in a weird position where, like, I think this game's gonna, like, people are gonna realize just how fucked this game really is and the new settings are, like, next season when they're gonna introduce, like, a brand new armor set that's, like, tier 5 and is, like, super broken. And you're gonna be like, wait, now I want this armor set bonus for every piece of armor that I already just farmed. So I have to go and, like, refarm them. I think that's what's gonna happen, and it's gonna make people, like, realize they're in a perpetual cycle of needing to, like, get high power and farm. Cup of coffee to continue to grind K1. Oh, dude, coffee sounds good right now. You know what's crazy? End of August hit, and where I'm at in PA just went from, like, prime, hot, nasty summer weather to just, like, the start of fall, like, instantly. So I might hop back on the hot coffee train. Doing iced coffee for the summer, but looks like Blylee's jorking it right now. What the fuck? So many particle effects, dude. Wait, actually, anyone in chat play survival games? No Man's Sky got, like, a pretty cool, what do they call it? They call there's, like, a new ship update. They call their ships, like, something weird, but you can make, like, a starship with your, like, friends now. Here's if anyone in chat's played that. Goon Night G. Yeah, you're gooning tonight. Actually, what time is it for you, Nope? Should play Among Us in No Man's Sky? What does that mean? Oh. 4 a.m. Damn. Good night, bro. I can't run so much faster on Solar Titan, but I don't know if I can bring myself to play one more minute of it. Caldera is not horrible, dude. I just like alternating them definitely is very nice. If and when we get more, I think it'll, assuming they're good and quick, just like Caldera and K1 are, I think it'll spice things up for sure. Sam, thank you for the 14. What's good, bro? How we doing? Your game to detox from Destiny? It's available on Game Pass right now. Dude, I don't know. Like, I'm a pretty big survival game fan, but it, like, having played good survival games, it makes, like, really shitty survival games or things that just aren't my cup of tea really unbearable. And for a while, No Man's was, like, one of those that just was, like, kind of unbearable. I was like, you know, what's the fucking point of anything I'm doing? I can't really play that well with friends, you know. It just wasn't, like, super fun. But one of my biggest gripes was that, like, you know, you have these big ass ships that you build and you buy, and that's, like, the whole point of the game. Like, you're kind of like your Star Destroyer things, and then you can't, like, trick it out and customize it with your friends. So it's just like, there's, like, what's the point of playing multiplayer? But now they changed that, and you can like make shifts with friends and shit. So I'm curious if it makes the game playable. Mob or Origins? Origins for sure. It's good, Nightly. Origins is just too much of a classic. I mean, so is Mob, but like... Find the elusive thing called friends then. I mean, if you play most games solo, I guess you'll probably enjoy it, but I get so bored of solo survival games. Like just everything being on you makes it so boring. You're on 100 health on all your characters. Nah, my lock is not. My lock has like still OG resilience armor. As you can see, none of these are like tier 4s or 5s. I won't be running 100 health on this guy. I like doing it on Hunter because Hunter generally has really bad healing unless you're playing like Arc or something. Or maybe not really bad. It's just like it's case by case dependent, you know. So Titan I think has decent healing with knockout, but not like Devour or Resto procs that Warlock has. And then Warlock, like I said, I think is going to be fine with literally 0 health. I'll still run health because I think you're trolling if you're not running a bit of health. Like, just being able to use your class ability to pick up orbs and get a ton of health back is so broken. So I'd probably run at least like 30 or 40, but yeah. Is it bad I'm dreading to log onto the game and do solo op shift? I mean, just don't do it, man. Like, if you don't want to and there's no point for you, like, I don't know how or why people who don't raid and do raid races, like, have the will to play this game. That's it for me, bro. Like, if I wasn't raiding in this game, I would not be playing this game. Like, that's the whole, like, purpose to me wanting to grind and shit. How much health minimum? On lock, I'll probably shoot for 30 to 50. Hunter, I like being around the 70 mark. Titan, probably between 50 and 70. I mean, truth be told, Hunter, if I can get to 100, I will. I don't see that as a waste of points. But it depends on my build. Like, I have another setup that, like, I have basically 50 health and then 70 of all other stats, and then weapons is like 140, and that's for running double special. Is good, Shiv, or no? You let me slide. Tier 5 behind epic raid is an L. For the raid drops, yeah, I agree with that. coast to the golden coast. Dawn chorus? Interesting. Dude, I can't even tell where these fucking guys are. Ramsey to Prime. It was a Juicer tier 5 of Quinalius, though. I don't know what the fuck that is, but congrats. So you're at like... You're at like 1 an hour pace. That's not bad, right? New Strand SMG? Oh, yeah, okay. Nice. What am I at? Get like 10 more. Can we ever change the scenery from K1 now? How long does it actually take to get up in power level? I think it's still over anyway. I'm at 320. It takes a while. Like Pinnacle Ops, I think is still usually kind of better until you hit 400. Because then it's just about getting as many reps in as quickly as possible, not about how many drops you're getting per run. I think like if you're at 320 in like a day or two, if you're grinding, you could run penny ops and get up pretty quick. And then as soon as you're 400, you stop doing penny ops, and it'll take you like probably multiple weeks, depending on how much you're grinding, to go from 400 to 450. It is a hellish grind. What the fuck is this guy doing? How much health on Hunter? I'd aim for at least 50. But if you're not doing like any weapons, then you could probably get up to like 70 or 80 pretty easily. Not higher. Maybe even 90. I guess the best way I can explain it is you either want to focus on if you're doing... You need to know, like, in general, if you're building this game, if you're focusing on weapons or not focusing on weapons in your mid-game. The only reason really to focus on weapons is if you're doing double special builds. If you know you're not doing any double special builds, you should never have weapon stat in your mid-game, in my opinion. Like, ever. Unless you're doing not swap for the day one raid. That is the only other reason I would say you can run weapons or should be running weapons. Otherwise, I don't think you should ever have it on unless you're doing double special. So if that's the case, let's say that you're not doing double special, then you don't really need extra weapons because the weapons aren't really going to give you much benefit anyways. That stat can always sit at like basically 0. Weapons does matter for damage. It does matter for damage, but I'm talking like purely mid-game. Like you're going to be swapping probably to contraband armor or other pieces of armor during damage, which is only going to be super in weapons. So I'm talking strictly for mid-game here. For your build to feel as good as possible when you're not doing damage against the boss. If you're not doing double special, and you're not factoring into account playing not swap in the epic raid, then weapons can be at 0. And then I would say on Hunter, class should be probably your #1 priority to 100. Then grenade. Melee, I think you can get up to 100 if you want, but I would say always default to 70 because you might as well put the points somewhere else. Over 70 is not really going to help you that much unless you're doing like a melee based build and you need the melee damage. And then what else do you have after that? Did I mention super? Sorry, it should be class, super, grenade, melee at 70, then all your extra points should go into health. That's my take. Assuming you have all tier 5s, you can get a pretty decent spread. Like here, let me show you my Hunter. Mid-game foil cert. I'm running... This is without the right stat mods on. I run 100 class. I think I get 100 super, 101 grenade, like 80 melee, 90 health or something like that. And these 25 points go to 0 and they get respect here. It's not saved on this build, but yeah. Got 1 gunner piece this entire time. Are you focused, gunner? God damn. #1 favorite armor set? No. I think they're all pretty poop, except for maybe the raid set. And there's like a PvP set or two that are like decent. I think they're all pretty ass, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Like, don't build out for the set bonuses. Just go for tier 5s and good stats. The Destiny Rising for you? Nah. I might try it out, actually, later this week or something, but it's just a mobile game, man. Like, I might fuck around and emulate it, but I have to get pretty bored. And I don't see myself having like a great time with that. So I don't want to like just be negative playing a game the whole time and be negative just because I'm playing a mobile. You know what I mean? Energy slot, rocket pulse. Yeah, hopefully we get a solar with Ashen Iron. That'd be cool. World's first dude. If they give belts away for that shit, I'm gonna lose my mind. Wasn't like the team that got like world's first in the trial or some shit? Like, didn't they clear in like 10 minutes or some shit? They just like loaded up the raid and they went to final encounter first, and then they just like won because of that or something. Nah, dude, it definitely doesn't look bad for a mobile game. It looks really good for a mobile game. It's just exactly that. It's fucking mobile. I don't need to play that. I don't know the last like actual mobile game I've played. Angry Birds? Nah, it was definitely newer than that. Like high school, I definitely played some like random ass apps and shit, but I just like never liked gaming on mobile. Clash? I definitely played Clash when I was in like middle school, but I think I stopped relatively early. I know like, so I stopped Clash and then played Clash Royale when that came out, because everyone was playing that shit. I'm trying to think if there's anything else like after that. Dude, I remember playing this game in high school or middle school, and you'd like, it told you to like pick where your house was on Google Maps or something, and so like you pick where your house is, but then that like makes a base around like the roads that you have and shit like that. I don't know how else to explain it. And you'd like make like a base, and like you'd have to defend your place and attack other people's like bases nearby you, kind of where you lived and shit. And so me and my one buddy played it, but like his house was just like actually just like the roads he was on was just like a fucking fortress, so I could like never beat him, and I stopped playing because I just got pissed off. Like it just told you to like pick where you live or some shit, and like where I lived just like didn't give me good options to like help defend my base. Like it had like too many access points, I think, versus like his one access point on his road or something like that. And yeah, that's all I remember, just getting pissed off. That was the last game I think I remember playing, but it was fun. Oh, you know, I need this engram. Boots. It's weapons class. You know what I need? I need, okay, I have 130. Okay, cool. Doodle Jump was fire. I don't know if I ever played Doodle Jump. WoW on mobile? That sounds hell. Tier 5 Giver's Blessing. Yeah, war games seem fun. I was big on a Wordle kick like 2-3 months ago. Toity got me into that shit. Or actually, I think it was people in chat who got us into it. Although I don't know if Toity like plays Wordle like every day, religiously or not. Like, I don't know if he was playing before. Sweet. Is it 230? How close am I to... Okay, we have like 7 more pieces. That's not bad at all. Actually, I probably shouldn't fill my vault space up so I have some room to move things, but... I'll probably try and get 2 more pieces. And then hope I have good shit. Nah, I mean, I just want armor. I'm not gonna have enough until I delete a lot of my Titan and Warlock armor, or Titan and Hunter armor, to really be able to farm for block armor, or I could delete a bunch of extra shit in my vault, but I don't know. I'm too afraid to delete shit on my Titan and Hunter right now because, like, I thought I had rebuild made. I didn't delete shit, thank God. And then they're just like, oh yeah, we're doing not swap, by the way. And it's just like, oh, cool. Thank God I have armor to, like, you know, instantly make really good not swap builds. Otherwise, I would have been, like, fucked. I was suspect. I want to try and make a getaway artist build though. That getting buffed will probably make that really good again. And then a slide lock build that's a little bit better. So after I get like, I need like 2 more pieces, I'll probably go to Canary. No, I haven't heard of that. I don't think so. can never tell my dim's updated. I'm just gonna assume I need 2 more. Low-key kind of needs some class items, I think. Damn, getting like all weapons. Where are my armor drops? Alright, one more drop. No mas. Our printer roll is still goated. It's so good, bro. I mean, I'm just using this to build Transcendence, honestly. Which, I mean, building the dark is like a little rough, but dude, if this class had Glacier Grenade, it'd be so peak. Yeah, you just do that, and then you have like infinite slides, bro. It's so OP. I also don't even have like, I'm running double special. I don't even have like, oops, I'm not paying attention. I don't even have a weapon stat as well. So I guess depending on the weapon, if you have like finders and decent ammo gen stat on the actual weapons themselves, then it's not that bad. Like this probably has 70, yeah, 63 with no mod on. This has 79 with a mod, so. Yeah, no, I agree. Okay. I don't want to get another piece of armor. Okay, sweet. Let me see how much we have. Does that only matter for raids? I don't really know. It's hard to explain. I'll show you how my hunter set up basically. I'll show you like the 3 main builds my hunter has right now that I use. So, or maybe 4 mainish builds. This is my. You can see my stats. Yeah, this is my like good mid game ability centric stat setup. 100, 100, 100, 80, 80. I don't know if I could get less weapons. I get less weapons. Am I stuck at 10? I could trade other shit for weapon. Wait, why is that trading for health? Okay, I can't get less weapons. That's what it should be at. But yeah, this is that build. And then if I need to do damage, I just hot swap onto something like this. I don't have the greatest stats, unfortunately. That's gonna be 200 with those and 150, so it's like okay. That's my like DPS loadout for Hunter. If I need to actually do double special, then my stats change to this. So basically, you're comparing this build and this build, where I take all these stats and equally take away from them to put into weapons to get up to 140, and then I have like another mod on my boots to get up to like 160. That way I can like consistently gen ammo while using double special, and when it drops, it has a 60% chance to get like double the amount of ammo for both my special weapons. So hopefully that hits more than 50%, which it should. And then I guess the only other build that I really have is this build, which is a not swap build. So my setup here isn't the greatest because I was on like bad supers when doing this, but the essence would be probably running this with a class item on Hunter at least. So you have 100 super, decent mid-game stats, 100 weapons, and then when you swap to damage, depending on the super you're using, obviously. If you're using Golden Gun, you probably want to be more super geared in terms of your damage. Otherwise, if it's weapon-based, you can do weapon damage. You just shift your stats around. So here you can see I have a bunch of weapon stat mods on. If I wanted to do more damage with like Goldie, I would put Golden Gun stats on. And then you'd probably get like, you'd probably do 150 super here as well. So anyways, that's hopefully it explains. I don't think weapon stat really matters for raids unless you're dealing damage against the boss. It's more so for the mid game, and it really only matters in the mid game if you're doing double special. Otherwise, I don't think you really need to do high weapons. What else was I gonna say? Even if you're doing like heavy ammo gen and you need good heavy gen, I think it's much more important to have like good heavy ammo gen stats on like your weapons and then run like, finders. I think that'll give you more ammo. I think it's better overall. Yeah, hopefully that helps. The spread out stats are so high value on Hunter. I agree. Like Hunter, I would say in most content, like most endgame content, the best build you're probably going to be running is Ascension with Stylish or Gunpowder Gamble with just Threaded Spike, grappling around, maybe renewals for DR for your team, depending on your setup. That's like your best ease of use build. You can run Grapple Melee and, you know, have like a super steamrolly build if you want. I just don't think it's the greatest to use in like a day one setting. And like juicing any of these stats over 100 just doesn't really give you that much benefit. So that's kind of my logic with it. But yeah, hope that helps. I'm going to end here. We've practiced in like an hour or something like that, and I'm not gonna make these builds on stream just because it's super boring and it's just gonna take a while for me to do D2 Canary. So I'm gonna end there. This weekend I know I'm doing some Borderlands stuff with friends. I'm gonna stream Borderlands 4 like 2 weekends from now, whenever that comes out, but I don't plan on streaming Borderlands 3. So the streams will kind of be like 50-50 up in the air for this weekend. I also don't have too much to grind, so I feel like streams for the next 10 days might be like sporadic, just because if I have something to grind and we're doing something fun, I'll do it. Otherwise, and I'll stream it. Otherwise, not too much to cover until the next season launches. Since things are kind of dying out right now, so just play by ear. But that's it for today. Peace later. Take it easy. Fuck.